Hi there. Welcome to another edition of DesignSpark Ask the Expert. Today we're going to be talking about industrial lighting, and we're going to talk about the move from fluorescent to LED lamps. I've got Eaton in the studio today, and I have Vish from Eaton. Hi Vish, would you like to say hello to DesignSpark?
Hello, definitely. So this is Vishwanath Faragde. I'm the product manager for industrial lighting at Eaton Heinz in Germany, overseeing Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and India.
Fantastic. So Vish, I just want to start by the really kind of basic question then. What is the advantage of moving from fluorescent to LED lamps?
Well, it will take a bit of time because there are several advantages of LED lights over fluorescent lights, such as energy efficiency. So LED lamps are significantly more energy efficient than fluorescent lamps. They consume up to, let's say, 50% less energy, which translates to substantial cost savings on electricity bills. For example, a typical LED lamp has an efficacy of around 100 to 150 lumens per watt compared
Mhm.
to around 80 lumens per watt for fluorescent lamps. So the LED lights are designed to maximize energy efficiency without compromising on light output. Another would be longer lifespan. So LED lamps have a much longer lifespan, lasting more than 100,000 hours compared to around maybe 10,000 hours for fluorescent lamps. So this means fewer replacements and lower maintenance costs over the time. And also the longer lifespan is due to the solid state technology of LEDs, which
Mhm.
is less prone to failure than the gas discharge technology that we use in fluorescent lamps. And because of that, LED solutions are cost effective and also durable, and they have long longevity. Um, Next point would be, I think, the light quality. So LED lamps provide superior light quality, which with better color combinations. So color rendering is better, uniformity is better. They offer instant full brightness without flickering,
Mhm.
which is crucial for industrial environments. And LEDs typically have a CRI, or you say color rendering index, of 70 to 80 compared to 60 to 80 for fluorescent lamps. So finally, I would say that LEDs ensure consistent and high quality illumination, enhancing visibility and safety in the workplace. I forgot one most important point is the environmental impact of LEDs. So LEDs are more environmentally friendly as they contain no mercury and have lower carbon emissions due to their energy efficiency. So the reduction in energy consumption directly correlates with lower greenhouse gas emissions. And
Right.
additionally, LEDs have a smaller environmental footprint due to their longer lifespan, and which also reduces the waste. And
Yeah.
finally, I would say again the control options so that we have with LED lights. So LED technology offers advanced lighting and controlling options such as dimming, motion sensors, daylight sensors, and so on. So these features allow for greater flexibility and energy savings. For instance, integrating a motion sensor can reduce energy consumption by, let's say, ensuring lights are only on when they're needed. So in terms of Eaton Heinz, we offer a range of LED solutions that can be integrated with modern control systems for enhanced flexibility and efficiency. And we also have Eaton Communication Protocol, which we call as VCGS system. With this protocol, our lighting fixtures can communicate directly with the central battery systems, and we don't need any additional cabling as it uses the cables for energy cables for communication.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there for those benefits. But what you were saying about um, the light quality and the obviously the saving you make in energy, plus the expanded lifespan of the LED lamps, I guess most people have come to know LED lamps within their home environments. So um, I'm just thinking of myself here. Going back a few years ago, where we were looking at the kind of traditional lamps, LEDs came on the scene. They were, by comparison, a lot more energy efficient. They lasted longer, but you could also, like you were saying, do a lot more with them. And, it was at that time that we started to talk about connected light fittings. And to me, it was like, okay, this is interesting. But just I
Yeah.
want to go back onto one of the areas you briefly spoke about there was the energy efficiency, the footprint. So
Mhm.
if we are talking sort of like a typical ROI, what kind of example could you give me? Just explain a simple investment, ROI versus for in LED against
Okay.
fluorescent, for example.
Yes, of course. So the ROI is also an advantage of LED lights or fluorescent or traditional lights. While the initial cost for LED lighting for harsh and hazardous environments may be higher, the long-term savings in energy and maintenance results in a favorable ROI. So the TCO, that's total cost of ownership for LED lights, is way lesser than the traditional lights. The durability, as we discussed, so the durability and reliability of LEDs are particularly beneficial in these settings, especially that what we offer. So Eaton's Kraus-Heinz LED solutions are designed to provide a quick payback period, which is somewhere between 1 to 2 years, depending on the operation time of the lights. So
Right.
let me try to explain you in an example. So imagine that we want to eliminate a room of 25 by 25 by 5 meters in height in order to get average lux of 250. So if we use traditional 2 by 36 watt fluorescent lights here, we will need around 42 fittings. But if we use LED fittings like our Xlean 5L1, we will just need 30 fittings to get 250 lux. So here we just reduce 30% of number of fittings required, that is from 42 to 30 fittings,
Mm-hmm.
which results in huge energy savings, material savings, labor and maintenance cost savings. And additionally, if you use wide optics that we offer with Xlean, the number of fittings can be even lesser. And this was just about savings from reduced number of fittings, but we also get huge savings in energy overheads, as well as um, even if we do like one-to-one retrofits, because we can save up to 60% on energy cost by using Xlean or our other LED lights like ELLK, VLL instead of fluorescent lights.
Fantastic. So you briefly mentioned hazardous there. I want to come back to hazardous areas on a separate question. I'll put that in the memory bank for the time being. But there's more to this activity. Replacing fluorescent with LED. There is legislation behind this. So
Yeah.
can you just tell me what are the key points from the legislation as to regards fluorescent?
The European Union's ROHS directive restricts the use of mercury in lighting products, effectively banning the production of fluorescent lighting since September 2023. And additionally, the eco design regulation in effect since September 2021 phases out products that do not meet efficiency standards. So both the ROHS directive and the eco design regulation aim to protect the environment and also the public health by promoting more eco-friendly and sustainable lighting solutions. And Eaton's Krauss-Heinz LED products comply with these regulations, ensure a smooth transition for our customers. And and also there are some regulations on the disposal and recycling of fluorescent lamps,
Mm-hmm.
where they must be disposed of and recycled according to strict environmental and safety regulations to prevent mercury contamination. So
Yeah.
the Waste of Electrical and Electronic Equipment Directive, that is WEEE, in the EU mandates proper disposal of recycling electronic waste.
Yeah, and that's a key point, isn't it? As well, is the disposal of electronic waste. So it doesn't go to landfill. Those
Yeah.
kind of procedures. So the key points are obviously driven by legislation as well, but the benefit of the LED will surpass or negate the use of the fluorescent over a shorter period of time. But I guess within an industrial environment, there must be challenges in moving from a fully fluorescent environment to an LED. But also, probably a couple of benefits there. You mentioned one earlier about the need for less lighting within the system itself. But typical challenges, what are we looking at?
Well, so the transition challenges from moving from fluorescent to LED include such as initial costs, then compatibility issues, and also the need for proper planning, etc. So retrofitting existing fixtures can sometimes require additional components or modifications, but we, as Eaton, we offer comprehensive support to help customers navigate these challenges smoothly. We provide complementary lighting layout analysis and design support for all our LED light fixtures. And again, as we discussed already, there is disposal of fluorescent tubes that could be challenging. So fluorescent lamps should be disposed of according to local regulations to prevent contamination. And many regions have specific recycling programs for hazardous waste. Also, we need to check for the compatibility, especially during retrofittings. For example, retrofitting may require checking for ballast compatibility. On the other hand, new installations offer the opportunity to optimize lighting designs, where you can probably reduce the number of fittings as well.
Mm-hmm.
And here we provide solutions for both retrofitting and new installations. For example, we offer retrofit kits to convert our old fluorescent fixtures to LED, such as our ELLK series or NLLK series, which I think is really good solution, as this makes the transition to LED easier and quicker. But on the other hand, we provide compact and modular linear LED lights such as X-Lean series, which has a way smaller footprint.
Yeah. So there's obviously there's two roads to go down here. One is the retrofit, and one is the kind of new installation.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think with the retrofit, if people understand that it's not a case of a massive overhaul to bring these changes about, you can actually do it as a retrofit procedure. That's one of the ways to actually speed the march, if you like, towards the end use of fluorescence. Now, with that, you've spoke about quite a lot on the environmental impact. I just wonder how are Eaton playing its part in providing sustainable LED lights? So you've talked about obviously two different methods there, but is there anything else you can share with us?
Eaton has been a proactive contributor to sustainable LED lighting solutions. We recognize the urgent need for sustainability action, and the Krauss Heinz portfolio of LED lighting shows this commitment. So it includes linear lights such as X-Lean, ELLK, VLL, RLF, and many other for various applications like floodlights, high bay, low bay lights, also emergency exit lights. We have portable lights which offer LEDs, and so more, and many more, I think. Yeah. And we not only offer an extensive global LED portfolio, but also adapt our products flexibly to meet market trends and demands. Another example would be that to facilitate fluorescent to LED transition quicker and smoother, we have a very interesting program. So for the customers who want to use their OPEX budget instead of CAPEX budget for buying lights, we propose leasing possibilities where the customer doesn't have to make one big payment, but they can pay in installments. And we believe that with this leasing option, the customers also have other benefits, such as overcoming the budget constraints, additional borrowing capacity they got, also the capital for other purposes has been saved. and of course improve sustainability by reducing energy consumptions, therefore reducing the carbon footprint in the end.
Yeah.
In this system, basically the customer will pay installments from the money they will be saving on the energy bills by switching to LEDs from fluorescent.
Yeah, that's a really forward-thinking approach. I hadn't considered that kind of approach to this solution. So that's really refreshing to hear. I do want to talk a little bit more about industries. For example, you've made reference to Exlin. On the banner behind you, you have a hazardous environment. So, how do hazardous environments impact lighting choices? I guess that's that's quite a large consideration to make if you're in a hazardous environment.
Yeah. Well, first of all, customers must conduct a complete risk assessment to identify areas where explosive atmospheres may occur, and classify those areas into zones. Let's say zone 1 or 2 for gases and vapors,
Yeah.
or 21 and 22 for dust, and later choose the luminaires which are certified for that particular zone. So let's quickly discuss about attack zones, if you don't mind. So in
Yeah.
zone 1, there is a high risk of explosion, where an explosive atmosphere consisting of a mixture of air and flammable substances in the form of gas or vapor or mist is likely to occur occasionally during normal operation.
Mhm.
Examples would be chemical plants, refineries, or areas near gas storage tanks. In case of zone 21, there is a high risk of explosion, where an explosive atmosphere in the form of a cloud of a combustible, let's say dust, is
Yeah.
likely to occur occasionally during normal operation. Examples would be mills or areas where powdered chemicals are handled. So, in case of zone 1 and 21, the luminaires must certified for use in explosive atmospheres with an equipment protection level, that is EPL, of GB for gases or DB for dust, and generally an IP66 or higher rating is required to prevent, of course, dust and water ingress. Also, the surface temperature of the luminaire must not exceed the ignition temperature of the surrounding
Yeah.
atmosphere, and these luminaires should be made from materials which are resistant to impact, vibration, and corrosion. And of course, the design must be robust to withstand harsh conditions. Now, that was about zone 1 and 21. Now, in case of zone 2, there is a medium risk of explosion. Examples would be areas adjacent to zone 1, such as storage areas for flammable liquids. And in case of zone 22, there is a medium risk of explosion due to the cloud of combustible dust. Examples of zone 21, 22 would be adjacent areas to zone 21, such as the areas where dust may accumulate.
Yeah.
So in terms of zone 2 and 22, the luminaires must have the EPL of GC for gases and DC for dust. And also the IP rating of at least IP65 is generally required. And also similar to zone 1 and 21, the surface temperature must be controlled to avoid ignition. Of course, design should be robust. Uh, Although the design requirements are not that stringent compared to zone 1 and 21. And additionally, for all the zones, I would say high luminous efficiency, that is lumen per watt ratings for luminous, is important to ensure energy efficiency and to reduce the heat generation. But also the color temperature, that is CCT, and color rendering index, that is CRI, are also should be suitable and considered for specific applications.
Absolutely. It's interesting to hear you say about the different zones there. For example, I've been about and seen some, dusty environments, things like sawmills, sugar refineries, flour mills, etc. And the dust in the air is the key problem. So you're saying obviously that with every zone, make sure that you are specifying the right product for those areas, and you
Absolutely,
also
yes.
have those products available for use
Yeah,
in those areas.
exactly. Yeah.
Great. You just touched on luminaire there for a little bit. I just wanted to inquire a little bit more about lighting levels and coverage requirements for industrial environments. I had a really informative interview with a colleague of yours about beacons, for example, and he was telling me all about the light and level requirements, what a beacon must be able to perform at. And I'm just wondering, in
Mhm.
lighting levels for industrial environments, is there anything that you could share with us, Vish?
Absolutely. So lighting in text zones that we discussed, zone 1, 21, 2, 22, uh, they must there must be some specific requirements to ensure safety and adequate illumination. So for zone 1 and 21, typically the required lighting level is around 150 to 300 lux for general areas. And for task specific areas, higher levels may be needed, up to 500 lux. Also, lighting should be evenly distributed to avoid shadows and ensure visibility. And also, emergency lighting may also be required to provide illumination in case of power failures. In
Yeah.
terms of zone 2 and 22, typically the general lighting levels are usually around 100 to 200 lux. And for specific tasks, lighting levels can be increased to 300 to 500 lux. And also, like zone 1 and 21, for zone 2 and 22, lighting should be evenly distributed, and the emergency lighting is also recommended. Likewise, uh, like regular maintenance and inspection are crucial to ensure the lighting system remains safe and effective.
Fantastic. Now, in terms of lighting, you mentioned emergency lighting there, but I'm thinking more across sort of like the industrial scale to perhaps include emergency lighting. You were talking about power failure. Now, I know within the company that I work in, we've got some generators. If there was a power outage, the generators would kick in. Um, but in terms of things like battery backup for industrial lighting systems, you were talking also about some lighting systems being part of the communication system. So,
Yeah.
why is it important to have battery backup?
Well, in the event of power outage, battery backup ensures, so to say, that lighting remains operational, which is crucial for maintaining visibility, also helping to guide the workforce to the safety. It helps to prevent accidents and also avoiding downtime, which could be costly. So consistent power and backup systems are crucial for maintaining lighting in industrial environments. We offer two types of battery operated lighting solutions. One is central and another one is decentral. So the central system, we call it as VCGS system, features a central battery located in a non-hazardous area,
Yeah.
and you can connect up to 20 luminaires in one circuit. So this system also provides automatic monitoring, which results into reducing inspection and maintenance effort. And in the case of a decentralized system, each luminaire has a self-contained battery. Here, I feel it's worth mentioning that we use lithium iron phosphate batteries with our Excellent series as well as with our portable SAB10 hand lamps. So lithium iron phosphate batteries have several advantages over nickel cadmium batteries, and also with Excellent we are using an integrated heater that heats the battery if the temperature is below 0 degrees Celsius, and it
Okay.
automatically starts charging it after the temperature rises above 0 degrees Celsius. So talking about the portfolio, we offer VCGS systems with our linear lights such as Xlean, ELLK, NLLK, but also with our Exit and Xlight series of luminaires. In terms of self-contained batteries, we offer them with our Xlean, ELLK, VLL, RLF, and NLLK series, but as well as with Exit, Xlite, and Planet series, which are Exit and emergency lights.
Yeah, there's there's quite a lot of things that I didn't particularly was aware of. So it's very, very interesting to hear about the battery backup within the light system itself and within the lights. Yeah, so that's a great kind of insight from yourself there, Vish. So I just want to finish with a final question, if I may. It's been a really great conversation. Here's the big question. So why should customers switch to Eaton's lighting, LED lighting, for example?
Well, you saved it the best for the last, I would say. Yeah, so not all LED lights are created equal. While LED solutions provide enhanced light quality, longevity, and energy efficiency, they must withstand unique challenges that are found in harsh and hazardous industrial environments.
Yeah.
So these include extreme temperatures, high vibrations, corrosion, water exposure, and so on. So thus, it is important partnering with a lighting manufacturer with a proven track record, and that's where Eaton stand out as a trusted ally. Also, we are not only fixture manufacturers, but we provide other services too. As an example, we provide complementary lighting layout analysis and design support for our LED lights, where our team of lighting design engineers can provide in-depth analysis like which lights should be used, how many lights should be used to achieve required illumination with minimum glare and so on. So they design the layout with spacing, quantity, mounting considerations, and in this system, the customers get the 3D fixture placement of the lights. Then they get the foot candle diagrams, AutoCAD drawings, and a complete BOM, so bill of material with our part numbers included in it. So for this service, the customers can either fill out a form on eaton.com, which they can find out under lighting section and then under tools and resources, or they can directly email at lightinglayouts@eaton.com with a few details about location or some drawings, etc.
Fantastic. Vish, it's been great to talk to you today. And just a recap on the move to LED. Not only are we talking about greater sustainability, cost savings on energy use, but in terms of some of the things that you talked about, particularly around the hazardous area environments, knowing the zones, knowing the lighting options that you have, and then lastly, finishing with a really great roundup of why customers should buy from Eaton's LED range, that service backup design service that you have. Fantastic. I really do thank you for your time today, and I hope we can have you on DesignSpark again sometime soon.
Thanks a lot, Craig. So it was my pleasure. Thanks for having me here. Hopefully see you soon again.